How's it going, guys? It is Cameron here again, and welcome back to another NHL 17 GMO commentary. Alright, let's begin. So, in the last video, and it has been a while, yes, we missed the playoffs. Not by much, it was like maybe 1 or 2 points, but that just shows you that we are not a Stanley Cup contender by any means. So, my plan here is to acquire some picks, because that is my mindset right now. I want to make this team into a playoff contender within 2 to 3 seasons. That means having some not respectable seasons next year, or not respectable season. Right now, though, I'm not going to do any big draft trades right now because, well, that would be kind of boring, me doing all my trades then. But I will be doing like some minor league trading to clear up some contracts, because come contract to free agency time, I do not want to deal with the problem of, like, having to frantically trade players just to get some contract space. Alright, so we're going to trade away maybe 4 skaters. See if there's any team that is willing to take on that many contracts. Maybe the Calgary Flames. Let's see. Are they offering anything? They're putting their 4th pick up, possibly. Did that go through? That guy's... All these contracts are about to expire. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay, we need to go make some picks that are, make some trades for players that, don't have 1 year left on their contract. So let's go check and see. Letestu was a contract I had my mindset on trading, because Letestu clearly does not like playing on my team anymore. So we're going to trade Mark Letestu. He's kind of dead weight at this point. So we're going to trade him. Who else can we trade here? I don't want to be trading too much right now because, like I said, there's still an entire draft that we can make trades on, right? So, let's see. 2-year contracts. Okay, it's not likely you're going to be making our team anytime soon. So, let's see if we can do this straight up. They want Letestu. We want their 4th round pick. Let's see if they'll accept. Will it go through? Yes, it did. All right, Letestu is out of here. And now we have a 4th round pick in the NHL draft. We're trying to get as many picks as possible. Now we're up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 picks. Now we have 10 picks in the draft. I'm just going to see if there's any more small trades we can make before we delve into this main draft. Because maybe if we can acquire one more draft pick, we should be good to go. Mark Fane. Okay, here's the problem with this. I want to trade him really badly, and I'm probably going to pull all the stops to trade him, because look at his salary. It's $3.625 million for a 79 overall defenseman. That is dead contract space. So we're going to get rid of him. Let's see. Do you have 1 year? He has 1 year left, and that's a problem because I don't want to be trading. Okay, what's his potential? What's Betker's potential? Low AHL top 2 defenseman. Yeah, see, I could be going out and making draft picks with like players with better potential than that. So I'm gonna trade him away. Let's see. The Senators can take him in. Do they have a 4th round pick to offer? They do have a 4th round pick to offer. It'd be a little much to be asking for the 3rd round, so I'm shooting for 4th round picks here. Alright, let's see if that goes through. No, it didn't. The Ottawa Senators are fine with coughing up what you were after. Okay, I expected this. They probably didn't want to take in Fane's contract, so I'll see if I could trade you like a 2022 7th round pick. Maybe that'll sweeten the deal just a tad. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Maybe just this? No, okay. You know what? I think I've made enough small trading for now. Our contract status is just fine. Let's go into the draft. My biggest goal right now is to make a trade with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and maybe some future picks to acquire a top 5 draft pick. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Alright, hold on a second. I just gotta go blow my nose real quick. Because right now it's sniffling and I don't want to be making a bunch of noises in the video. So, just, Oh yeah, I was also going to turn down injuries at the same time because I noticed I'm not going to turn down to 0, but I'm going to turn them down just a little more because, well, yeah, I don't want to be dealing with 100 injuries a game. So I'll do that as well at the same time. Alright, problem solved. So, I think I'm fine now. Alright, let's go to morale because a player wants to meet with me right now before we begin the draft. And like I said, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is my trade bait right now. We'll see if... Okay, Matt Hendricks is not happy with me. You've really made the locker room a less enjoyable place for me after you traded Mark Letestu. Look, hockey is business. He doesn't like my assertive tone. Well, you're gonna... Oh, that's Lucic. I was about to say, why is Matt Hendricks signed for like 6 years at like $7 million per? But anyways, let's start the NHL draft. My first goal is to trade up my 12th pick to the 5th overall pick. Because I'm going to try and get the number 5 and the number 3 picks from Dallas and Detroit. Colorado Avalanche, I will leave you alone because, well, oh, whoa, they already made the pick. Oh, Maxim Comtois. Oh, okay, I better be making those trades fast then. Because if I don't make those trades, then Lord knows, okay, well, actually, it wasn't really a desperate need for a left wing. Lucic is only 29. He'll be good for a while. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, that's the number 3 pick. So, yeah, I was going to use Ryan Nugent-Hopkins towards that 3rd overall pick. That was my initial goal, was to do that. So, let's do it, all right? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I don't want to touch this year's picks. All right, so let's leave those alone. Let's leave that. Maybe we'll go 2020. They want the... see if they want the 2021. Well, they do want the 21 seconds as well. Oh, the Red Wings have more than 45 skaters in the organization. All right. I might have to sweeten the deal just a tad after I take in one of their unwanted players. Because sometimes you just got to make those sacrifices. You got to take in a crappy player to get something good. Let's see here. Tough. Slepyshev might actually make the team at some point. So maybe we have a goaltending prospect that I can trade away because I've got a few of them. I've got a few of them in my... okay. I actually had less at my disposal than I thought. Okay. I thought I had more. Okay. We're going to take in... Let's see if we can take in their... Let's see if we can take in an unwanted skater. Because let's just get that out of the way. Let's see. Jensen, you are 66 overall at 26. 1 year left. We could just take you in and basically let you go. Because, well, actually... okay. Let's take one that's actually not angry and maybe could play on my minor team. Why won't that work? Maybe because... let's see. Why doesn't that work? Please explain to me that. Okay, we'll take in you, and we'll take in you. You both. And maybe we'll have to sweeten the deal. Now Detroit will be over the maximum salary cap. Okay. This was maybe a little more of a hassle than I thought. Okay. Maybe try for Columbus's pick. Columbus will have some troubles too, but maybe Columbus can do some salary cap adjustments. This is going to be a bit of a decent length video because, oh, they want to get rid of their pick too, even better. But they'll be over the maximum salary cap again. Okay. Let's see. We could retain a bit of salary. Really? Colorado. Does Colorado have what it takes to take in the cap? Oh, they'll be even worse. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay. Hold on. I've got a plan. It might not be a good one in hindsight, but it could work. It could. Wait. Where's your first overall pick? Where am I going? Who has your first overall pick? Let me think for a second. Who would have their pick? Hold on, we got to go through the teams because I completely forgot who's got their pick. Winnipeg. Okay. Okay, so Columbus is the second overall pick. Detroit's third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay. We'll go for number 2. We'll go for number 2 and try. Okay, this is a bit problematic. Let's see. Maybe there's something else. Because I don't want to touch my defensive core at all. My goal is to get Timothy Liljegren. That's my initial goal. Okay. I'm not sure there's any big right wing in free agency. Because maybe we could try and trade Eberle. The cap value is still the same. Sorella would be a bit of a risk to trade at this point. Puljujarvi, there's no way in hell I'm getting rid of him. This is a tough call. I think I do have to part ways with Nugent Hopkins. I'll make it work somehow. Maybe we could. Okay. Colorado's got the first pick. Oh, right, they used it on Comtois. That's who they used it on. They had Maxim Comtois. And he's already like 63 overall, like 18. Okay, so that's who used that. Okay, so Columbus is basically the next highest pick. Dallas, I think, has like the 5th overall pick. So we could use Hopkins towards... Actually, you know what? I've got a plan first. Let's do the trade that looks easier on paper out of the way. And that is get rid of our initial draft pick, our initial first, and then our other assets. And maybe we'll acquire that pick. All right, we want your first rounder. And they want to get rid of it. That's even better. All right, let's see if this just goes through straight up. The first and the second for the first. Oh, wow, really? That accepted. Dallas really was okay with trading that. Now we have the 5th overall pick. This is good. This is good. Making progress here. Now, next up is trying to acquire the Columbus Blue Jackets pick because I do not want to risk Timothy Liljegren staying on the board before the 5th overall pick. I just don't think it can happen. So, I did not trade Nugent Hopkins just yet. I could risk the 2nd overall pick and try for the 3rd. Like, it's one more player to risk here, but... And obviously, if Liljegren gets taken off the board, I'm more than willing to, try other options. But, that being said, I don't know. I think just waiting for the number 5 pick to try with Liljegren is just a little too risky right now. Pardon me. Okay. We'll try Nugent Hopkins. I'll see where this goes. So, here's the problem. If we were to ask them to retain $2 million salary, like this, we'd have $18 million in cap space. The problem is, he's got, he's got 5 years left on that contract. Would that be a risky move because of the fact Connor McDavid's contract is coming up? There is no jumping through hoops on that contract. How would Detroit still be over the maximum league salary cap even after all of that? Okay, maybe Columbus will be in a better situation. This is tough because I want that pick. I don't want to wait for the 5th pick just to try it out. Because like I said before, what if Columbus or Detroit snag Liljegren off the board? Like, I don't think I'd want to make that risk at all. And I don't want to use the Dallas pick to trade up because... basically, that's counterproductive to what I wanted to do initially. Maybe. Okay. Shot in the dark here. Trade Sorella. Hear me out. Sorella is 66 overall, 20 years old. His potential is top 6 forward. And I know what you're thinking right away. What the hell are you doing trading your prospects away? Think of it this way. We've got our centers. We've got McDavid. We got Nugent Hopkins is probably going to stay on the team now, or maybe I'll swap a deal later on in the draft for another player. But maybe a winger, because clearly we need more of those. But anyways, Nugent Hopkins will be out the door at some point. Anyways, we've got McDavid and Draisaitl as 1 and 2. We can settle, and I'll find probably a better third line center than Cirella. And I've had Cirella in future GM modes, and I will say he hasn't been as solid as I had hoped him to be in some of the GM modes. But maybe that's because I haven't developed him the right way. But is that really a risk worth taking? Probably not. So, and the only thing, again, I'm not touching on my defensive prospects because basically those are like a rare commodity for Edmonton right now. So, well, not a rare commodity, clearly, but still, we need as many prospects as we can. So I'm going to have to dip once again into my future picks, but I'm hoping by 2020 our team becomes a powerhouse. This probably won't go through with it, will it? Okay, pardon me. Okay, I was close. I'm getting there. This will be a lengthy trade. Okay. Well, do you think... Okay, that second round pick, that's the only thing they'll want. Is there anything skaters matching the block? Because maybe we could put something on there to just sweeten the deal just a tad. Nothing. They don't even want like a McDavid? That's kind of nuts considering. They wouldn't want McDavid. I mean, they would want McDavid if I offered it up to them, but just the thought of it. Just the thought of like, no, we don't want that. Okay, this would be a risky move here. Niemelainen. He's a top 4 low potential defenseman. He's 65 overall at 19. He's a player I don't want to touch because honestly, when you really think about it, like, okay, maybe we got to put Slepyshev on. So maybe Slepyshev is what we need to just sweeten that deal a little bit. You are quite far off, really? Okay. Okay, high maintenance Columbus. One more pick should probably do it. All right, we had the 2019 pick. We already put the 2020 pick. Maybe we'll put the third. And maybe like... It seems like it looks bad on paper. It looks like we're sacrificing our future. But somehow down the line we'll get them. These picks are important for Edmonton right now because I'm hoping to have the same team down the line. Right? So... You are a bit off. Boy. This could probably be a pick. Like if I offered this up to Detroit, they'd go, yep, right in a heartbeat. Let's try that actually. We'll see if Detroit's willing to take it. Because like I said, they're the 3rd overall pick. So maybe. Oh, the only problem here is they have skater troubles. They don't have a lot of skaters. But I think I can fix that issue. Boom, right there. Fixed. All right, let's see if that works. Come on. We could live with what you're sending us. You could live with what you're sending us. Okay. You're really not making this easy, Detroit. You really aren't. And free agency is always helpful. You can send in some prospects, I guess. But, I mean, you could sign prospects in the free agency, I guess. But I just... I don't know. I guess it's just a me thing. Steve Ott. Well, Detroit's trying to get... I got an idea. Take in players they don't want. Or take in players they're trying to get rid of. Maybe that'll actually cause for them to accept the deal. Alright, come on. Please work! Okay. Oh, man. I'm starting to run out of options here. Oh, boy. Edmonton, you are not making this easy. Alright. Or Detroit, you are not making this easy at all. Okay. Clear the table. We're clearing the table here. We're trying a different approach. We've got Cirella on the board. Detroit probably wants him. So, here's what I'm thinking. How about we don't sacrifice a million picks when you could sacrifice just one? Not the 2022 pick, because I'd like to have one where I have at least a 2nd and a 3rd round pick to back it up. But I think if we were to put this those two things in, plus maybe a third from like 2018, I think that should be enough. If we were to add like a crappy skater in that they don't want. This seems, again, like a very risky move. And I'm a person, though, in these GM modes that are willing to take risks if it helps our immediate future. So, are we ready? Please work. Why don't you want that? Okay, you want the 2018 first and you want the 2018 second. Alright, there you go. You know what? Wish granted. You want the 2018 pick? Wish granted. You take it. And go away. This better, like, seal the deal, buddy. Okay. What is your problem? Okay. This is a tough decision. Okay. I think Winnipeg is the 4th overall pick, so we're going to try that option. We're going to try option there because I have no options left. There's no... This could... We're close already, like, with what we're offering. Maybe we just need to throw a third in and we can get that. Alright. Alright. We're going to try that first. It seems like I've been almost going on for a half hour just trying to make this trade work. We need to make this work. I don't want to wait so long. Alright. It had to be done. We had to trade that first. This is a risky move, though, because now we're in a... I think I've got an idea. This might... okay. Please don't take Liljegren. Thank goodness. Oh, okay. I mean, it's not good that they took Nolan Patrick. That could have been a solution to our center problems. But maybe right now that we have the 4th overall pick, we could use that pick and trade up for that third overall pick. Get the defenseman we want and get out of there. Because right now, okay, the Winnipeg Jets... Maybe we use the Dallas pick. Maybe leapfrog Winnipeg's pick. Use the Dallas pick. Make a trade with the Dallas pick. Trade that up. So we have the 3rd and the 4th overall pick. Make 2 consecutive picks of players you want. You've got your own pick of the litter. We should be good that way. And we can like make a convincing offer with like Slepyshev. And maybe like a 3rd or something. Because that probably could be a deal that works. Okay, we'll put that on because they want the 2023rd. Why didn't the 2023rd add, though? I wanted the 2023rd on there. Go on there. Thank you. That is overwhelming, not overwhelming value, but it is value that is good in your favor. No way you shouldn't be able to accept this. No way. I mean, they probably won't accept it, but, I mean, it's worth a shot. We'll go through. Okay. Please, Detroit, please be a godsend. Do not pick Liljegren. I've given up. Thank goodness you took Veselainen. Thank you, Detroit. You've given us our defenseman we wanted. Oh my god. I've never... Okay, and... Okay, Liljegren is a defenseman we want, but... Now lies the question of what our next pick is going to be. Is it going to be a center? Or is it going to be a left wing? Because Eli Tolvanen is a good player. He'd be a perfect left wing for our team. Problem, we don't have a legitimate right wing. But that's where the Ryan Nugent-Hopkins trade comes into play. I had intentions of trading Ryan Nugent-Hopkins anyways. So I could trade him to, say, whoever's got like the... He's rated like, okay, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. He's rated like the number 7th, 8th, 9th pick. He's rated in the latter part of the top 10. So, the question being is, if I could use Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to do that. First off, I'm going to draft Timothy Liljegren because, well, medium elite defenseman, that was what I wanted. Now, my next pick is where now it gets tricky. Okay, Nico Hischier. He'd be perfect on our team. He's the center I want. He's a two-way forward. He'd be perfect down the middle. Again, the problem being we have Connor McDavid. We have Leon Draisaitl. I want that to be our 1-2 of the future. If Nico Hischier came into play, a crap ton of problems would arise. So I think the defensive defenseman actually looks very, very convincing. I'm very convinced on taking Hogg. But we could have a serviceable left wing for the future, and he's a sniper. He can score goals. Maybe I can have Tolvanen to be the future for Milan Lucic, because I think we need a sniper more than anything. But then if we get another sniper, that could ruin this problem here with the sniper Shushko, because the problem is I've never scouted the player. I don't know what he's going to be like. So, this is a tough pick. Okay, let me think. Think about this for a second. We're down to basically 2, or maybe 3. Not Hischier. Tolvanen and Hogue. That's basically what it's down to. Those two. You could argue that Tolvanen is a sniper. He would be a beneficial goal scorer to our team. But Hogue would be the serviceable option to, like, the number 1 defenseman. Because I think Liljegren is an offensive defenseman. If Hogue fully developed into a serviceable top 2 defensive defenseman, that would make a very great tandem. I think, though, I got to make the pick for Tolvanen. He was what I wanted in originally, and that's who I've got. He's a high top 6. I'm not thrilled about that, but you know what? He could develop into a very, very good player. I'm not angry about that. Okay, Carolina, let's see who you pick. I'm going to sim pick by pick. Nico Hischier, he was a top 6 forward anyways, so I'm not too upset. But the Buffalo Sabres pick is next, because if everything goes like as the list was meant to go, they were going to take Hogue. Liljegren's value is actually not as high as I'd hoped. That's not good. Okay, but Tolvanen's value, that crap's through the roof. Anyway, not my biggest problem right now. My biggest problem right now is trying to trade Hopkins. And it works initially because of the salary cap. You met our block needs well enough, so it's there. The trade's there. I've got a good starting ground for the trade. Now I need to reel it in. Reel the player in. Reel it in. Benoit Pouliot. Okay. And you know what? I'm probably going to edit out the contract signing stage because this video's already gone on for a heck of a long time. Or I could wave the white flag, see if they pick Hogue, check out his trade value, and make the deal afterwards. Because I don't want to be handing all our prospects going, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. I'm sorry I had to do that. I'm sorry I did that, guys, but I did. All right, Slepyshev. I already had intentions of trading you anyways, so maybe this could work out. You've done all right meeting our block needs, but the value you sent our way isn't sufficient at all. Okay. Honestly, this is the year of, like, raking in the prospects. I'm one of those people that are ready to sacrifice the seconds and thirds of the future for us to be prepared for a Stanley Cup run by year 3, sort of. Okay. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, I'm sorry you had to be traded, but it was time. Your time was up in Edmonton. You were not going to be in the mix. You weren't going to be in the fold. You costed way too much money. Now, please, Hogue, don't be a terrible pick for us. Don't be a curse. A high top 6 defenseman. Okay. Not happy in a sense, but we'll sim and see what I missed. Yamamoto. Okay, I mean, at least that's not bad. Shushko, high top 9. Okay, so I think I made the right decision picking Hog now that I look back. See, like, Thailander, probably also. Cal Foot. You... You know what? I think I've had enough of crying over spilled milk. I like the picks we have anyways. We're going to sim to our next picks that we've got. We might as well get this draft out of the way. This has been going on for a while now. Let's just sim. Oh, right. We have the 12th pick. All right. So this is what it has gone like. Medium top 4. That is bad. Hold on. Maybe. Oh, look at that guy. He's a medium top 4. That looks very convincing. All right. Let's make our picks. I'll look at the values of the trades and seeing how good they really are. All right. Anyways. Let's see. Look at the top potential. All right. He's a 3rd round pick. These guys are high 7th defensemen. There are really a lot of defensive prospects here. Okay. Here's one. We could draft a goalie. Never hurts to draft a goalie. I'd rather draft a defensive prospect, though, to be honest. They're all two-way defenders, but he's the only one that's got like the 2nd/3rd round pick value. He's a medium top 6 defenseman. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. Top 6 defensemen are good in my books because... Whoa. I thought I had another 2nd round pick. Or was it I had a buttload of 3rds? Oh, it was I had a buttload of 3rds. And he was Konopka was a medium starter too. Oh, I should have picked him. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to complain. We've got a lot of 3rd round picks to get through. So we've got a lot of chances here. Not a lot of room for failure here. Let's go to the top potential players. All right, another defenseman that is on the market. The Fantastic Finn. We got a Fantastic Finn here. We got a Super Swede. I think I picked a Finn and a Swede defensive prospect in the draft, so we could pick Hedberg. You know what? Let's pick a Fantastic Finn. We already have a Swede player on our main roster. Let's do that. Low top 6. A little edgy. I don't like it, but thank goodness for the simulation that they didn't take away our other pick, too. We can take that Super Swede and hope that it wasn't a waste of a pick either. All right, Hedberg. Make the pick. He's a medium top 6. All right, that's a little better. Made my... Oh, crap. I did not mean to sim in just an individual pick. All right, let's sim to my next pick. And it's my Edmonton Oilers pick. All right, there we go. So we got another pick right after, or not right after, but like right there in the mix. There's really no goaltenders in the upcoming portion of the draft, is there? Didn't think so. All right. So I guess we got to take the Fantastic Finn 3rd round player. We'll see. Ooh, a medium top 9. So he could make our roster at some point. Don't count that out. Don't count him out. All right. That I am satisfied with that. All right. And we have the 4th round pick, number 12. Let's see if we have a goaltender available because, well, the goaltending prospect really wouldn't hurt right now. We could really use one. Okay, it's all just defenseman at this point. He's projected to be an undrafted defenseman, but he's the highest player available. Should I risk the Great Dane? I mean, all the best rated prospects right now are 3 of the 5 of them are considered undrafted. So, I mean, it's worth a shot. All right, Bullig, I'm making a risk on you. A 7th defenseman. Sometimes risks go great, and some just go terribly. This guy was a little bit of both. All right. So, that was not a great pick by any stretch, but I've seen a hell of a lot worse. All right. You are actually projected to be drafted, so we're going to make the Super Swede pick. And you're another low 7th defenseman, even worse than my last choice. Okay, this whole drafting thing's not going so great for me, is it? Maybe there's a sniper I can take. Or something, because clearly selecting the defensemen have not been going well for me. We'll give it a shot anyway. We'll give it a whirl. Alright, we're going to try the power forward. We're going to try the AHL bottom 6 forward, power forward. Or, there's so many defensemen. Like, it's such a risk. You know what? I'm going for the power forward. I'm going for Ratcliffe. He's got a cool name. AHL top 6 forward. Okay, that was a crappy pick. You know what? I've got 1 pick left. Might as well just call it a day. Alright, anyways. So we made our picks now. That was probably the most intense draft and trading and shuffling I've ever done. But I did it. So now the millions of dollars I'll be throwing around just for some players. All right, let's do it. So I'm going to cut away here, and I'll come back when I have finished my contract signings. All right, so I'll be back in not too long. Alright guys, so that was the first attempt at signing some of these players back. So let's see if I managed to sign some of these guys. Alright, Matt Hendricks, rejected. Chris Russell, rejected. Gustafsson, Packer and Muzzle, Cassian, like Draisaitl accepted. I got him for like a bargain, like 7 years for like $3.5 million. I've got him locked up for a long time. Alright, so I've still got some contracts to sign, but I think now at this point, I don't think I have that many. I've got $19 million left to spend. We can probably do this together, sort of thing. We can just, like, I could be talking and whatnot. Whoa, Tyler Benson has not been signed to a contract? Well, I'll be sure he does get one when I'm finished. Alright. So let's see who hasn't been signed yet. Okay, so Griffin Reinhart, you are a important piece, so I'll sign you for like 1.2. I'll sign for, I guess I'll sign you for 0.925. Sign Cassian, he wants 1.85. He wants a heck of a lot of money. Alright. I'll be willing to do that. Chris Russell right now is my biggest problem because he wants so much money. I don't even think he's worth it, but I guess you gotta give. It's a give and take, I guess. You give money, I guess you take money, or whatever it is. It's gotta work some point. Okay, you are just a bum. You can be released. Mark Fraser, you can quit your complaining. Hockey's business, man. You can be signed because you still have a bit of potential. I'll sign you. Now, I think I have fixed all of my contract scenarios that have not been major pain in the asses. Now let's sign some of my prospects that have not been signed. Starting with Liljegren. We want you signed. We want you on board. We want you on board instantly. We want the two of you. The two of you are the biggest ones. I never actually read into Hoag's value, so we'll actually do that at some point as well. I'll be sure to do that. Yeah. See, I'm happy about these contracts because they really don't do a number on your Hoag. He's 58 overall at 18. Oh, that's bad. I don't like that at all. Alright. Hedberg was not too terrible, actually, considering he's like 60 overall at 17. It's pretty good, actually. The only thing, though, I like about Hogue is his status, like his overall and his ratings aren't that bad, actually. So we'll let you three sit this year. We'll let everything else, we'll let all the other picks sit. Unless there's like a mind-boggling overall that I should be paying attention to. Let's hope these work, though. I hope they do. I hope we get our players back. Because I really... Hendricks, Russell, Cassian still doesn't want on the team, but I think everybody else... Oh, I saw a rejection there, so I'm going to check that out. We are down to $14 million in contract, or cap space, my bad. Who is left to be unsigned? It's just Tyler Benson and Zach Cassian. Is it because that there's like no salary cap space or something? It could be that. Alright, we'll put you Cassian on a year-to-year basis, I guess. Okay, Benson, what's your problem? Is it because I have like 50 contracts? Oh, it is because I have 50 contracts. Oh no. Damn it. Oh, that might be a problem. Okay, Cassian, but Benson can't be signed, but I don't think I can worry about him just yet. But I think I've got all the contracts I need to have signed done with about $13.5 million of cap space. My next goal, though, is to trade Mark Fane away because Mark Fane is like almost $4 million of cap space that's not needed. You can stay. I'm pretty sure you are fine. But yeah, okay, basically that's it. We can just get to the free agency now. This video's been going on for a while, but you know what, you guys are probably okay with that. More GM mode commentary for you. Okay, you edited our trading block. All right, so let's just do something real quick because I want to be able to sign Tyler Benson as quickly as possible. So get that done. And maybe also after I'll take a look, like maybe next video. I don't want to do with this. I don't want to do too much in one video. I'm already doing a lot in this video. So, well, actually, Hogue actually has a decent amount of value. You know what? I'll stand pat on his status on our team. But Fane is definitely out of here. Fane, you are not worth the contract money. You are gone. Let's go to a team that actually wants you, or actually has money for you. New Jersey can take you. We don't care about him anymore. You're gone. And we'll trade you for like a 7th. So New Jersey's like, well, like, okay, sure, why not? How is it? How are you not willing to take that? Please just take a bit of the money and go. Why? This is perfectly fine. Just take it and go. Okay. We need to go to a team that... Mark Fane, I don't want to buy out his contract either because then I'll have to deal with his buyout problems for the next freaking year. Or 2, actually. It's 2 years if you buy him out. Alright, we'll start with 0. We'll start with 0 and try it from there. You don't want to take on his contract. Is that really your biggest concern, is taking his contract on? We'll give you $1 million retain. We'll give you half of it. He's going to be gone anyways. His contract's going to end. How are you still not willing to take that? Is Mark Fane really just... Okay. I'm going to have to do something that I've never thought I'd have to do. But I guess desperate times come for desperate measures, I guess. I'm going to be buying out a player. I think I already have like, what, $1 million in buyout penalties or something like that. Alright. Mark Fane. It's time to... Not you. Why can't I buy you out? I already have $1 million on the buyout penalty. Alright, you know what? We'll leave Fane alone. Fane's going to be gone next season anyways. He'll just be... Anyways. We don't need to make any trades, I guess. Let's just look at the free agencies and see what we get. I'm terrible in English. We're going to check and see what we've got. So TJ Oshie is the top free agent. Tyler Johnson, Vanek, Need a rider. Oh goodness, we have a buttload of players on the market. But the problem is, when you take a look at UFAs, while Tyler Johnson's still there, you notice now how the market has significantly went down. There are still, though, a couple of defensemen I can take a look at, though. Suster might be a good starting point. Andre Suster, I think, maybe? I don't know. Here's one, though. Our biggest problem is goaltending. And Ryan Miller is your best option. Really? You don't have any better solution? Just Ryan Miller. That is terrible. All right. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go quickly make some trades again because I need to go clear up some contract space. I need to be able to at least sign, because every single season I try and rake in as many prospects as I possibly can for this team. Because the more prospects this team has, the better chance you have of actually getting somewhere, in a sense. So I think it's just a good idea to get some players on our side. So let's do that. We'll trade Fraser. We'll get rid of an NHL spot. We'll put you in. See if we can actually trade you guys to a team that has contract space for you. Arizona Coyotes, maybe? Are you willing to give up any picks at all? Well, maybe your fourth. I'll be willing to ask you fourth. That should be perfectly fair. There you go. You got a lot more out of that deal than I did, but I think I'll be the real winner in the long run, as I'll be able to actually sign some players. Alright, so let's see if there are any good skaters that aren't that. Hintz is on the market? Oh, wow, okay. We're going to sign him right away. We're going to jack you up all the way to the highest salary possible. Can we go you to a one-way? I want to stick to two-way for now. We'll sign you to $9.25. You're probably more than the Islanders are offering anyways. Should be good enough. Stenlund? What's with all these center prospects? Seriously. Come on. Can we actually have some, I don't know, it's good because Hintz is already, would make the center spot. And this solves all of our problems for that center thing I was mentioning earlier. But could we have some better winger prospects? I mean, this guy's okay, but I could be seeing better prospects out here, not just these guys. Lindbergh, are these really the best you're offering? This is really the best you're offering, isn't it? Well, okay, Niku actually I've had some legit success from in the past, so I'll sign you. I will sign you as well as you. Ooh, Tuola, you're good. You've always been good for me. I'll sign you as well. I'll sign you to the max. Goodness gracious, there are so many good prospects here. There's no top 4 defensemen though available. I've offered 4 contracts, so I got to be careful with who I try and sign next. There's got to be some good. There's got to be more than just bottom 6. Now it's down to 7th defenseman. Okay, so our 4 prospects we attempted to sign are pretty good right now. I actually didn't try to sign Jacobs, so I mean, what are they like? Do they have a specific? Are they offensive, defensive? You're a defensive defenseman. You are a two-way defender. Defensive defensemen like you don't come around often, so I'm going to sign you for 3 years. Alright, I hope that works. Maybe I'll even trade away a couple more spots just for good measure. Oh goodness, this video's been going on for a while. Okay. Not too upset though, because I spent I don't know, I think there were portions where then I was like silent, doing editing and stuff. So, probably not too worried there. Okay, there's 2 goalies I'm looking at here. You, for like $9.25. And I saw a backup, 68 overall, 19. You would actually make a good addition as well. Obviously, it's a backup position. I'm not probably gaining much out of it, but it's worth a shot. I mean, better than acquiring nothing and just praying that the picks we had are better than what we're bringing in, sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? And, trading prospects like these guys also fix the fact that, we can maybe bring a pick or two in. If we can bring a pick or two in, that's always a win, right? All right, so let's go see if there's anybody that's willing to take on that. The Boston Bruins. We're in the we're in the Western Conference. What am I saying? We're in the Western Conference. I like trading with Eastern Conference teams. All right, you guys got 2 bum goaltending prospects. So I think I fixed our goaltending issue. So I'll be able to sign those guys in. And then I'll get rid of 1 or 2 more people. Goodness. Can you guys please take Marfane? I'm desperate here. Please take him. We'll even pay you money. Please? We'll even take your 7. Just take our 7 to go. Please? That's perfect. All right. Fine. You won't have to take Mark Fane. We'll just get rid of him on our own. We'll wait him out. But you could have been at least a bit whatever. You could have maybe agreed to disagree. You could be like, yo, maybe this guy knows something. Yeah, we'll trade him that. Yeah. But no, you didn't do it. And now we're stuck here. All right. We want that 4th from you. Give us that 4th now. No. Okay, there we go. So now we have is some more picks at our disposal. All right, so let's do some simulating. And for the love of goodness gracious, please sign those players. And actually, maybe we can put our hat in the ring for TJ Oshie. He's a right wing too. That's perfect. All right, you know what? We're going to throw our hat in the ring for TJ Oshie. If he signs, fantastic. I mean, Mark Fane's going to be gone anyway. The McDavid thing will be not an issue. All right. If he signs, this is fantastic. McDavid's probably not going to be asking much more than like $8-9 million. So, whatever, right? And I'd probably jump through some hoops. I'd do something to make sure that trade works. Somehow. All right, so we have TJ Oshie offered. If we sign TJ Oshie, we could be battling for the playoffs as early as next season, I think. Or maybe not next season, but another year from now. Maybe year 3. But year 2 could be a possible chance. Okay, Josh Jacobs. Martins Dzirkles. Sammy Niku. Carlos Carletto. All have accepted. So we've got like 4 players so far. We're doing good. Joni Tuola. Roop Hintz. That Vevelin guy. Alright, so we've got all our prospects we wanted. Now, TJ Oshie. Welcome to the Edmonton Oilers, TJ Oshie. Alright. The Edmonton Oilers, I think, have gotten decently stronger now that we have TJ Oshie on our side. So, tell me you guys what you think of the TJ Oshie signing, because I think it was a risk-taker move, because what if that pick never really, what if that trade comes back to bite us in the ass? Or what if maybe McDavid doesn't ask as much? I look like a genius because I've got the guys like Oshie and McDavid and Lucic all on the same team. right? Anyways, let me know what you guys think. That's the end of the video. I've been going on for nearly an hour, so I'm going to end it now while it's still under an hour, right? I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. Any suggestions, leave it down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel to keep updated with this video. Maybe take this video as more of a kind of a making it up to you sort of thing, as I have been absent from this GMO for a while. Alright guys, that is it, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, welcome to the end of the video. If you liked the video, hit that like button. Any suggestions for our channel, leave it in the comments below. Want to keep updated with videos me or Derek are doing, hit that subscribe button. That is it everybody, have a great day.